Okay, so we're waiting for lacquer to dry, and I decided it was time to change out the cutter head. I bought a Byrd cutter head for my planer, so I figure while I am killing time waiting for lacquer to dry, I'm gonna change out the cutter head on this. Alright, so I've got to take the dust shoe off, and this machine has had a little trouble with its dust shoe in the past. It's only a piece of plastic, right? And the plastic promptly cracked fairly early in its life. I'm gonna go in here. There's a center. There's one in the middle. Oh, the machine's unplugged, by the way. Don't do anything silly like try to change the knives in your planer when it's plugged in. That's just silly. Trying to find that. There we go. And I think I'm gonna go grab a parts holder so I don't lose everything. Okay. And so when it broke and the dust shoe wouldn't stay on anymore, I had to make a solution. So there's only one tab here. There's supposed to be two. This tab is the only one that remains. And oh, I have some poplar dust to throw out. And so I just put some aluminum on it, just to make a new grab, and then there's two screw holes that are tapped for the screws to hold it. Anyway, that was to save myself some frustration there. Start putting stuff down on the floor. Alright, now the question is, how do I get this, how do I get at it? I think it's right underneath here. So we're going to take this little supplied wrench, which looks like it's exactly what it's designed for. Pop this off. We're going to learn real quick how this comes apart. This is either going to be a very short, couple-minute video, or I have just given my day to my planer. Not sure which one it'll be just yet, but we'll find out, I guess. There's a magnet on the cutter. Ah, that comes off easy enough. And there's our cutter head. And I see where the bearings are, and I see that where the bearings are make for a very difficult removal, it looks like. I see the nick in one of the blades. So I need to figure out that's a lock. Oh, there's a cutter head lock on this thing. Cute. So there's this, if the top is removed, there's a cutter head lock. Interesting. Good to know that that is there. So the question now is, how does that come out? I feel like I should be looking up underneath. I don't know if you can, well, you definitely can't see it, but there's a casting here on either end. It's actually all one. This whole chunk is a big casting, and there's bearings on the cutter head on either end of it. It appears that I'm going to have a I think I'm going to have to pop one of the sides off, which means I'm going to have to figure out how to pop one of the sides off. One of the things you're seeing is I'm just figuring this out as I go. I've never done one of these. I've never been inside of a planer, really. So we're all learning together. And we got to get it lifted enough to pop it out of there. Okay. I don't know what this is. There's a plastic thing here. Looks like a shield, probably for dust collection. Looks like there's got to be something that holds it on there. There's these little tabs that stick up here. I don't feel any fasteners here. Ah, there's the screws. Okay. That should just drop this down now. It does. Okay. Ah, there's the linkage. It doesn't look like I need to get at this anywhere. Near as I can tell. There must be gears in that. Yeah, there is. So this end seems to just... Oh, there's a snap ring. Right there. Okay. That snap ring might be the key here. Yeah, it looks like it is. So it looks like that snap ring will pop out and then the bearing will come out on that end. And I think that might free that end of the cutter head. So we do, does not look like it's going to be a 2-minute video. It looks like it's going to be a semi-involved job here. Try to see if I can tell which way that, let's see which way the, so that gets me clear a bit. Somewhere in here I should be able to no, it doesn't seem right. That seems off. I feel like I should be able to, yeah, pull this up. Is it? It is. There's a linkage. Okay. Cool. So my linkage is on that side too. Okay, so that's probably best remedied by releasing this side. I don't think I can get at that without, I can't get a wrench on it for sure without popping the screw out of the way. But that also means I've got to take more apart than I'd hoped for, but I may not need to be doing this part of it. Alright, well, I looked in the manual and I see how it goes together. There's nothing on how to take it apart, of course. So I'm just trying stuff here at this point. There we go. What I'm going to do is try to raise the head up and pull the bottom out and see what's underneath if I can get to it from this side. I have a feeling I will not be able to, but I don't want to tip this thing upside down and stuff if I can help it. Might need to though. May turn out to be the best way. think we have to flip this thing over. Don't think there are two ways about it anymore. This thing is not lightweight. Okay. Well, now it's on its side, for better or for worse. So these guys have set screws, and that's why they won't pull out. Boy, they do not make popping that head out easy, which is probably for a good reason, but still a bit annoying. It means I got to get this screw out of here, which means also that I am going to have to realign this freaking lowering and raising mess as well. Pretty much ensures I have not much choice there, but it is the only way I can see that will get rid of that. All right. Freeing up here, and now it's free and I can get in there with a socket. Not bad for a first guess. Oh, and it's so loose. That's amazing how loose that was. Okay, well, that took very little effort. Okay, now I need to get a sense of how that's on there. It's got to be keyed, I see. Okay, so it should just pry off, but the belt is holding it, and I got to figure out the easiest way to get that belt bugger off. There we go. The belt is removed. Reluctantly. And the keyed shaft and the pulley is removed. All right. And I did not destroy the belt doing it, which is nice. Keep those together. And let's get this little bugger out of there. Got it. There we go. Boy, that flung by my ear too. Okay. Well, I got out of there. Got the snap ring out of there at least. Now, what are my next tasks? I have to figure out how to get this cutter head out of this box. Stay like that. There's still no what moves first is the trick here. What I think I'm going to do is pop these things out. The cutters, I'm going to pop the knives out because it's just safer that way. Now we just have to see how in the world do you pull those out of there. That one looks like it's on that side. I'm going to try going that direction because that looks like the side that it'll go anyway. So, and if I have to pop those out again, I will. Hopefully I don't. Those look like I will. No moving. Zero movement. Well. F. No movement that way either. F. So how does one knock those apart? It does not move. Pretty sure everything goes this way. But I got nothing to grab on. Well, let's get those out of there because they are kind of in my way now. Well, I've had audio off the whole time, so you didn't get to hear me bitch about this, but so yeah, I have to take this side off. I found a Byrd instruction set for the 735, and it's similarly assembled. They're different enough that it's not exactly the same, but the instructions say take a piece of hardwood and pound on that really good. So I'm gonna have to get a nice heavy chunk. The answer is pound harder, is what I'm hearing. So there we go. I couldn't get the screw out of there without taking the lid off of it. So all right. Not budging. Don't know how much harder I need to pound on it. Not budging and teeny. Oh, it is budging. I see it. Okay, we are moving. Oh, we are also ruining our stuff here. Hold on. Let's get that out of there. Come on now. There we go. I forgot the Cutterhead lock was in there, and it is now being very meanly bent around here, so we'll have to fix that, I think. Yeah. But I think it's a repairable thing. It didn't hurt too bad. We might not even use it on that one. Maybe. Oof. Yeah, we gotta flatten that, but now we're in motion, so that's good. It means I gotta pull that out now. So, all right, now we should be able, with this, to continue tapping it through. Yeah, it's moving finally. It's almost free, actually. There we go. That side's free. We're almost free on the other side. There we go. All right. Oh, that sucked. Big time. Cutterhead is free now, though. Man. I do not want to have to do that again. Jeez. All right. Well, the other half of this is getting the new one in without slicing myself into pieces. Putting on gloves. We're putting on gloves. Got it. Alright, well, I'm just glad I got it out of there. I apologize for the really crappy audio that this is, because I'm certain that it's crappy. Alright. Pull it out. Put the plastic on like they suggested. Slide it in. Gingerly. Oh yeah, you gotta be really careful on that. Okay. Let's make sure. Make sure the plastic bit is snug. There we go. Well, they ain't shitting, it's a tight fit. Come on, little bugger. Come on now. Come on now. We're getting there. Okay, we're really close. I need something that'll guide it. Maybe this thing can guide it. Grab a hold of it that side and try to gently send, try to get it through that last chunk here. Come on now. Now we're at the bearing pressing point. That's why. Okay. I'll leave that on until I can start to need to start pounding that onto the, needs to go right about there. Okay, that bearing has been started at least. We're going to find a dead blow. We're going to grab the dead blow. Give it a nice good popping. I feel a little safer doing that than I do anything else so far. Okay, we're going to hold you about where I think you go. Okay, we're getting close to, nearly close to aiming that little end down that way now. Oop, that was too far. There we go. Pop that plastic off and now we can send it home. I'm going to put that snap ring in now. There it is. That one's in. Okay. Progress is being had here, boys and girls. Now we can send this one the rest of the way home. Get that groove past there. Get past that groovage. There. And see if any of them were chipped. Any harm? Doesn't look like it so far. They look okay. Good. Good. Alright. Okay, we got that other spring clamp I gotta find, that other snap ring I gotta find. Ooh, it did it. I did it with the wrench that time. Cool. Okay, everything is now mounted. The cutter head is now mounted. That means it's time to put it all back to frickin' together. Alright. Let's start with the top. Okay, lock the cutter. I guess we're ready, huh? Okay, here we go. First cut. Well, that was pretty cool, but it appears my outfeed roller, it ain't rolling. So I gotta pull off that cover now and watch what's going on. So it's stuck on the casting. The rollers are doing the job just fine. It's the casting that's messing me up. So it got twisted in some fashion, it seems. Okay. So front to back it's twisted somehow. How did I manage that? How do I fix that? Alright, so here's a description of the problem. There's a casting here. This casting runs along this side. I can't see myself. So this is the part that's catching. It's the leading edge of this casting. The rollers are fine, but the roller stops pushing and then the casting is in the way. What I think has happened is I had to loosen the top to get the screws out, and when I put it back, I might have racked the whole mess. So what I'm going to do is loosen all of the screws on top here, raise the cutter head all the way up, and see if that resolves our issue, our alignment. I hope that it does. Yeah, I bet that's all that was just crud underneath that sheet. We're about to find out. Do one more test and then I'll have no choice but to work on parallelism after that. I don't wanna. Okay, let's do one more quick test cut here. Let's see where we landed. Okay, so the left side of this is consistently 10 thou lower than the right side. What that means is that I need to, this is going to be tricky to dial in, isn't it? I need to think about this. There went a remote. Okay, so let me show you the insides of this. So this wheel to lower goes this way. And right now, this sprocket is ahead by a quarter turn. what I need to do is loosen one of them and turn it a quarter turn, then tighten it again. That's essentially what needs to happen. Lower this one a quarter turn, so loosen this one. That's the plan anyways. We'll find out if that will actually work. I nailed it by guessing. I'm within 3 thou. The method is by feel. There we go. Okay. That's all fine and better now. Alright. So we gotta flip it up one more time so I can put the cover back on. But in the end, we have dialed it in. It has been properly dialed in. That was not fun though. Okay, so we've got ourselves a Byrd Shelix Cutterhead in there, and I'm tempted because they give you a sticker. There's a nice spot right here. Sure, why not? Why the hell not? We're gonna upgraded by Shelix, and I put a bunch of bubbles in it without even trying. There we go. There. Upgraded by Shelix. So, it cuts better. Cuts quieter cut, but the cut's really nice and smooth. I am pleased with that. It was a pain in the ass to install.